A shocking twist in the Roloff family saga. Caryn Chandler's surprise marriage news has sent fans into a frenzy. But here's the real kicker. Her new boyfriend isn't Matt Roloff. Could this really be the end for one of TLC's most talked about couples? And where does this leave Matt? Alone, heartbroken, and facing an uncertain future. For years, Caryn Chandler has been a central figure in Little People, Big World, not just as a longtime Roloff Farms employee, but as the woman who stole Matt Roloff's heart after his divorce from Amy. Fans have watched her step into the spotlight, navigating the complicated Roloff family dynamics while building a new life with Matt. But now, whispers of an unexpected twist are spreading like wildfire. Caryn has reportedly been spotted with a new man, and not just in casual settings. Rumors are swirling about an intimate, secret marriage ceremony that has allegedly taken place far away from the cameras. The images and stories emerging have left viewers stunned, asking, when did this happen, and how did it all fall apart for her and Matt? In the next hour, we'll unpack the full story, from the alleged end of Caryn and Matt's relationship, to the identity of this mysterious new man, to the clues that may have been hiding in plain sight. We'll explore the rumored timelines, the behind-the-scenes drama, and the shockwaves it's sending through the Roloff fan community. And yes, we have some exclusive insights that might just change how you see this entire situation. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. The news of Caryn Chandler's marriage dropped like a thunderclap across the Little People, Big World fandom, and it didn't come from a formal announcement or glossy magazine exclusive. Instead, the bombshell first emerged in the least expected way, a series of blurry tabloid photos, reportedly taken by fans at a small beachside ceremony in Oregon. These snapshots, coupled with whispers on social media, quickly snowballed into a full-blown headline storm. Within hours, entertainment blogs and reality TV fan pages were buzzing with claims that Caryn had tied the knot. And here's the kicker. Not with Matt Roloff, but with an entirely different man. The timeline has become a subject of intense speculation. For months, fans had noted a curious drop in public sightings of Caryn with Matt. Their once frequent Instagram posts together seemed to vanish almost overnight. The last known photograph of the couple together dated back nearly 5 months, a smiling snapshot taken at the Roloff Farms pumpkin patch season opener. But then, just weeks later, Caryn appeared in candid fan photos alongside a tall, broad-shouldered man with salt and pepper hair at a Portland coffee shop. At the time, many assumed he was just a friend or business contact. Now, in hindsight, those casual encounters take on an entirely different meaning. As for the man at the center of this new romance, rumored details have begun to surface. According to multiple unverified reports, Caryn's new husband, identified only as James in early leaks, is said to be a semi-retired entrepreneur with deep roots in the Pacific Northwest. He allegedly built his career in the hospitality industry, owning and managing boutique hotels before selling his portfolio a few years ago. Sources close to Caryn's circle claim the two may have first met at a charity golf event more than a year ago, well before fans noticed her absence from Matt's side. The big question now is whether this connection began after Caryn and Matt had quietly split, or if their relationship started while the world still assumed Caryn and Matt were together. Fan reactions have been nothing short of explosive. Social media comment sections are overflowing with shock, confusion, and, in some cases, outright accusations. Some longtime viewers feel blindsided, saying they believed Caryn and Matt were destined to marry, especially after years of them appearing inseparable on and off screen. Others suspect that the relationship with James might have been quietly developing in the background, citing the increasingly distant body language between Caryn and Matt during the show's last season. Words like betrayal and scandal have been thrown around liberally, while a smaller group of fans has taken a more supportive tone, suggesting Caryn deserves happiness, no matter how unconventional the path. In the middle of all this noise, Caryn herself has maintained a measured silence. While she has not issued a direct statement addressing the marriage rumors, her recent social media activity has been telling in its own subtle way. She's posted a handful of scenic vacation shots, including one of a sunset stroll on the beach where eagle-eyed fans swear they can see James's silhouette in the background. At a recent public charity event, Caryn appeared radiant, but kept her left hand conspicuously out of photographers' view, dodging direct questions from reporters about her relationship status. This combination of avoidance and quiet hints has only fueled speculation, with fans reading between the lines of every image and interview. And so, the story of Caryn's sudden marriage and the mysterious man who replaced Matt Roloff in her life continues to unfold in real time. What's clear is that this is more than just a tabloid blip. It's a development that could ripple through not just her personal life, but the entire Roloff family dynamic, both on the show and behind closed doors. In the weeks following Caryn's shocking marriage announcement and the reveal of her new boyfriend, sources close to Matt Roloff say he's been navigating an entirely different reality. For years, Caryn wasn't just his partner. She was his confidant, his right hand on the Roloff farms, and someone who understood the pressures of being in the public eye. Now, without her, Matt is reportedly having to readjust to a quieter, lonelier routine. While he has plenty of work to occupy his days, friends say the absence of that emotional companionship has been deeply felt. What once was a partnership filled with shared plans and inside jokes is now replaced with long evenings at the farmhouse, surrounded by memories, but without the presence that had become so constant in his life. Signs of strain before the split. Looking back, some fans now believe there were clues that things weren't quite perfect between Matt and Caryn. During the last season of Little People, Big World, there were subtle moments, small disagreements about the future of the Roloff farms, differences in how they approached family gatherings, and even lighthearted banter that, in hindsight, seemed to have a sharper edge. While Caryn often expressed her desire to spend more time in Arizona, Matt appeared committed to Oregon and the farm. This divergence in life goals might have been a slow-burning source of tension. Add to that the ongoing farm drama with his children, particularly Zach and Jeremy, and the couple found themselves managing not just personal matters, but also the weight of public family conflict. Even without an official statement addressing the breakup, Matt's demeanor has been telling. On recent episodes of Little People, Big World, he appears more contemplative, sometimes pausing longer before answering questions, or speaking in a softer tone when discussing personal matters. In one social media post, he wrote about life's unexpected turns and the importance of finding peace in the seasons of change, a caption that many followers took as a subtle nod to his split from Caryn. While Matt has always presented himself as strong and resilient, it's clear this transition is testing his emotional boundaries. The breakup may also be reshaping Matt's connections with his 4 children, Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob. For years, Caryn had been a presence in family gatherings, sometimes acting as a bridge in moments of tension. Without her, some of those delicate balances might shift. Zach and Matt's relationship has already faced strain over the farm dispute, and Jeremy's involvement in the family business has long been minimal. Molly, who lives a more private life, might be keeping her distance from the drama altogether. Jacob, the youngest, has seemed more supportive publicly, but even so, the emotional ripples of such a major change can reach every corner of a family. For Matt, navigating these relationships without Caryn's support may prove to be one of the most challenging parts of this new chapter. As the dust begins to settle on the news of Caryn Chandler's breakup with Matt Roloff and her surprising new relationship, producers of Little People, Big World are likely in overdrive, strategizing exactly how to frame this seismic shift for the upcoming season. TLC has built the show's longevity on balancing heartfelt family moments with just enough tension to keep viewers coming back, and this storyline delivers both, but in a way that could eclipse nearly everything else going on in the Roloff universe. Insiders have hinted that the production team may choose to lean heavily into the love triangle narrative, positioning Matt as the blindsided partner and Caryn as the woman who has quickly moved on. This kind of framing would inevitably stir strong emotions among viewers, particularly those who have invested years in the couple's on-screen relationship. It's a gamble. The more producers focus on the breakup, the greater the risk of overshadowing other major plotlines like farm ownership disputes, Zach and Tori's family life, or Amy's ongoing personal ventures with Chris. And then there are the other cast members. Amy Roloff, Matt's ex-wife, has never shied away from sharing her unfiltered opinions. While she may not openly celebrate Matt's heartache, fans wouldn't be surprised if she offers subtle digs or reflective lessons-learned moments during confessionals. Chris Merrick, Amy's husband, tends to keep things diplomatic, but he may also serve as the voice of reason, the one urging everyone to stay civil for the sake of family unity. Meanwhile, the Roloff kids could be caught in the middle, deciding how much they want to involve themselves in yet another round of public family drama. The public versus private dynamic is also a key part of this fallout. What fans see on Little People, Big World will almost certainly be a distilled, edited version of events, the dramatic conversations, emotional one-on-ones, and just enough hints of tension to make audiences wonder what's happening off camera. Behind the scenes, however, there may be far more raw feelings, icy exchanges, and long-standing resentments that never make it to air. Financially, this breakup could be a double-edged sword for the show's brand. On one hand, a high-profile split and a controversial new relationship almost guarantee spikes in viewership, social media chatter, and tabloid coverage. On the other hand, if fans perceive the storyline as manipulative or overly dramatized, it could lead to polarization within the audience. Loyal viewers might feel pressured to take sides, Team Matt or Team Caryn, and that division could either fuel ongoing engagement or fracture the show's community. TLC has walked this tightrope before, but the stakes feel higher now, given the personal nature of the breakup and the deep history between these central figures. If this section is placed right, it could lead seamlessly into the Matt Roloff Alone segment you mentioned earlier, showing the emotional and personal toll in an even more intimate light. As the dust settles from Caryn Chandler's bombshell relationship reveal, the big question on everyone's mind is, where do Caryn and Matt go from here? For Caryn, the speculation is swirling. Will her new romance be a lasting partnership, one that could lead to marriage and a whole new chapter of her life? Or is it possible that this is more of a whirlwind rebound, exciting in the moment, but ultimately short-lived? Those who know Caryn describe her as someone who doesn't jump into things lightly, which suggests this new relationship might have real staying power. But then again, she's been in the public eye long enough to know that sometimes appearances can be deceiving. Matt's future is just as uncertain. Fans are divided. Some believe he'll take his time, focusing on the Roloff farm, his projects, and his family before considering dating again. Others think Matt may surprise everyone by stepping into a new relationship sooner than expected. After all, Matt has always been open about valuing companionship, and being alone for too long has never really been his style. Then there's the question no one can resist asking: could there ever be a reconciliation? Right now, the signs don't point to a romantic reunion, but there's cautious optimism they could remain friends. Both have deep roots in the Roloff family dynamic, and with shared history and mutual friends, it's almost inevitable they'll cross paths again. Whether those meetings will be warm and friendly, or just polite nods across the room, remains to be seen. Finally, we have to consider the TLC factor. Little People, Big World has always thrived on personal drama, and this breakup could be the narrative anchor for the next, and perhaps final, seasons. If Caryn's new relationship becomes public and Matt's reaction is captured on camera, it could create a storyline that keeps viewers glued to their screens. On the flip side, if things turn bitter or the two avoid filming together, it might signal that the show is nearing its end, closing this chapter of the Roloff saga for good. I can extend this with a more dramatic, possible future scenarios segment to make it richer and match your earlier tone. Do you want me to? In the end, this whirlwind of revelations, from Caryn Chandler's shocking marriage news to the surprise appearance of her new boyfriend, has left Little People, Big World fans stunned. What once seemed like a steady, long-term relationship between Caryn and Matt Roloff has now shifted into a completely new chapter, with Caryn stepping into a future that doesn't include the man she once planned to marry. For Matt, this marks the start of an undeniably lonely and uncertain phase. The farm, once filled with shared dreams, now stands as a reminder of plans that will never be realized together. Viewers have watched enough reality TV to know that relationships can change quickly, but even so, Few could have predicted this turn of events.